What should you do with a samurai's dead body? What should you do? Okay, so if you go through the old manuals, a lot of the times it talks about the repositioning of dead bodies. And bizarrely, this appears in a few shinobi manuals as well, as though it might be the task of a shinobi. But we'll go down that route. And I'm going to explain what you have to do, but it is all based on yin-yang, guys. Literally, this book came out a couple of weeks ago. I've just brought it out. And the reason I wrote it is because there is so much yin-yang in samurai culture that I realised people were missing it. And I was missing it. So I went and researched yin-yang, because if you want to understand the ninja, you want to understand the samurai, partly, you have to understand the foundation of what is yin-yang. So get yourself a copy of this, guys. It's a massive book. It's loads and loads of information on how yin-yang is inside of Japanese and samurai culture. So with that in mind, let's talk about samurai dead bodies. So, samurai's fighting away, yeah? Boom, dies, falls over. So what do you do with him? Right, first of all, if nobody is taking the head, which somebody wants, then you've got a complete dead body. If somebody's going to take the head, then it starts to get a little bit different. But let's imagine the head has not been taken, they've fallen over dead. Now, first of all, there should be no wounds on the back. If a samurai has wounds on the back, this is very bad. It shows he was running away. Of course, he might have been ambushed, but let's be honest, you're meant to be, if you're running away and you get stabbed in the back, it's your own fault. So people say you should reposition dead bodies, samurai bodies, because if they've been stabbed in the back and they fell over, they've been running, you sort of like turn them so it looks like they fought to the death. But of course, once they're stripped and they've only got wounds mainly on the back, you know that they've been running away. So from a yin-yang perspective, the sky is yang, okay? The earth is yin. The sky is a circle because it's a globe. The earth is a square. Can't do a square with my hands because it is angular and it has angles and forms, and therefore it's square. Of course, it's not. It's round. But so that gets a bit confusing. So men who are yang should face the sky. They should face yang. Women should face yin, down. So when you reposition dead bodies, you have two things to worry about. One is the man facing yang, and you can turn them over. Some people say that yin is actually on the side, so it's not just a dead body face down, but it's towards earth, whereas yang is up to the sky. Now, you also have to worry about which way the enemy were. So if the enemy came from the north, you wanted to put someone up to the sky, you couldn't put their head to the north because it'd look like they had their back to the enemy. So you would put their feet to the north and their head back to the south, so it looks like they were killed going backwards because they were fighting, and the enemy from the north, they were killed and they're facing the correct direction of yang, and they face the enemy. Perfect. Head still intact, not been taken, good death. Yes. So for women, of course, we talk about moving on the side or possibly the front. We're not quite sure, but women should be face down, face to the side, and be aware of their yin element. Now, the other thing is to do with decapitation. And decapitation this is where it gets a bit strange, because the Japanese hate to touch their bodies. They use the people who went over there to see the samurai in the 1600s said that they use chopsticks. They won't touch meat or fish or anything. They use knives and chopsticks to move everything. They won't touch it. And they put it in their mouth and eat it, but they won't touch it. But, you know what I mean? Weird. But they will never touch dead bodies. In fact, there's a really rude saying, which is eta hinin, or eta and hinin, and it's almost like the N-word in our culture. But basically, it's a really derogatory word, and it's like considered the lowest of the low, outcasts, Indian outcast sort of way. And they got to deal with dead bodies, except samurai openly take heads from dead bodies, carry them, and also reposition the dead to a yin-yang position. So their relationship to dead bodies is not quite clear. But what is absolutely clear is that there is a yin and yang positioning. Hence, me studying yin and yang, because to understand the samurai, we've got to understand yin and yang. So please, guys, get yourself a copy of this and get up to date with samurai research. Just researching the cool ninja did this and ninja did that and samurai did this. You're missing the vast network which held up the samurai, which is, you know, the Chinese Taoism that was behind them, the Confucianism, the Buddhism, none of which are Japanese. So, or samurai. So you've got to go back a bit. And so now everything starts to slot into place. Right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I look forward to any comments on the video, and I'll speak to you later.